that means your other two kidneys aren't doing their job. All skin conditions like psoriasis and eczema, these things are easy to cure. Now, I've had extreme advanced cases of psoriasis. Of course, a lot of people got parasites out of them, but extreme cases of psoriasis where when you walked, you split and bled, flakes all over the floor. We throw them in the ocean. So you want to get into some salt water, but internally, you've got to move what system? What's coming out? I had a guy in Texas that he had psoriasis so bad he oozed pus like whipping cream. That's nasty, ain't it? But when he detoxed, he was oozing this stuff. Nasty. That's from the subcutaneous tissues, which are right under this dermis and epidermis. This is that area of the lymph nodes and stuff too. I mean, nasty stuff here, but man, is tissue breaking down big time. High acid, and so you've got to detox. This is a detox. You'll find detoxification is the answer to every single thing that's out there, because you're focused totally on the causative factors of things, not chasing rainbows and butterflies. And this is true with any skin condition. Clean up that skin, hot and cold applications, saltwater baths, but internally you must move that lymph system, or good luck, it'll come right back. Falls asleep for about 1.5 hours, then up for 3 hours. Well, you know what? Your body's like an alkaline rechargeable battery, and your adrenal glands are the recharging unit. And that's why rest, then you get charged up. That's why when you see neurological problems like MS and Lou Gehrig, whenever I pull nerve energy out of you, you'll start shaking. And if it affects the this is the autonomic again. You guy out there in Germany moves up and touches the cerebellum, just like the central nervous system. It all is intertwined. And of course, that is going to affect your equilibrium and dizzy center. But all I have to do is suck the nerve energy out of you, and you're going to start shaking there. And so that's why rest is a way of recharging the battery. The weaker the adrenals, the longer it takes to recharge, to the point where some people just can't recharge well. Heat sucks energy out of a body when it's a neurological case. And someone's like MS or something, throw them in a refrigerator, they'll feel better. Used to drink alcohol right before bed to try to go to sleep. I feel sorry for this guy. You know, he's suffering and nobody's there to help him because people don't understand the human body like we do, right? I won't go into the personal things here. He's got a lot of irritability and ups and downs and things like this, and I feel sorry for him. If you're listening to this, whatever your name is, I would get to my health and take care of this, because you're looking down the road of lymphomas and everything else in that direction. Brain cancers, brain lesions, you're walking down that road. This is more serious than what people think. You know, when you start backing up in the brain, that's a hard drive of the body here. So you want to fix yourself, and you just have to understand what the body's made of. Review some of these videos on the lymphatic system, or go to my website and see part of my new book there on the lymph system. She did put him on a little parasite cleanse and claims he got tapeworm heads coming out of him. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely get on our Parasite G capsules and load up and go down the road there, because man, you're being chewed on. I'd deworm myself big time, and I'd do it probably for 3 months or so and really hit them hard. Probably do 4, 5, 6 capsules at a time, 3 times a day, and really go after that if you got tapeworms like this big. I've seen them. My sister got 3 large heads out. I guesstimated they were probably 22-foot long tapeworms. I think the Smithsonian has got one 32-foot. Oh, your large colon's colon's only 5 foot, and your small bowel's only 22 foot. Oh. So, I mean, this guy, you clean your liver, you clean yourself up. And you were right. You really got this right, honey. I think, can I use your name here, Cindy? The adrenals are nearly gone. You were right. The adrenals are down. The lymph is super congested. You're right on with this. Colon is trying to help. You're right on with this, honey. You're right on, and I know you're trying to help him. And just keep going down that road with him, and he'll get it if he's willing. If not, you're going to suffer, buddy. And you don't have to. Just learn how simple this is. It's no big deal. Now, Someone asked me about, am I concerned about the genetically modifying of foods, basically grapes and watermelons and stuff. I don't know how to tell you. It's a resounding obvious. Monsanto makes me want to puke that we even have people on the planet that think like they do. You know, everything has been about the parasite. What they don't understand is nature has a supreme law. And it's simple. The strong survive and the weak are consumed. The more you hybrid, the weaker the strain. And then they're going to always be attacked. Now you're trying to deal with pesticides and herbicides. I mean, this is all about not understanding the laws of God here, guys. It's the same thing with genetics and human procreation. We're having the same problem. So we got to wake up to that. You can't procreate weaknesses and then try to fight nature's effect to get rid of it. And the food sucks and everything else. You guys aren't thinking. And of course now they're proving genetically modified food is very harmful. Monsanto, you need to be sued and tattooed and closed down. You are a one sick organization trying to control the seeds of the world. I tell you, you guys, I don't know where you come from. But the people aren't going to take it anymore, I guarantee you. We've all had it. And so get your act together. Let's turn your consciousness around and see if we can make superior foods. Get into oceanponics and start changing the way you're thinking here. Yes, I am very concerned about it. So I had a lady from Mexico in here yesterday. She watches our YouTube Sweet Thing, and her husband from, her boyfriend from Colombia. Great people and great places for food, you know. Mexico's a great place for food. It's too bad we have so much violence in the world, you know. This gentleman, well, I'll just call him Dan, right? Dan is just talking about rheumatoid arthritis here. I tell you what, I would avoid the acid fruits probably here for a while, unless you can really get them ripe on the tree, like oranges and grapefruit. I'd probably stay away from the nightshades. You probably know that by now, which is your tomato, your potato, your eggplants, and stuff like that. I'd probably stay away from kiwis and pineapples and stuff like that right now. I mean, if you could get a pineapple off a plant, nirvana. But we're not privy to that. We cut them so green it just almost is revolting. We need a quicker turnaround, but it makes for higher costs. I understand all that, but you know, your health is everything to you. We shouldn't compromise any of that. But man hasn't come to that yet. So rheumatoid arthritis, very important. These things are all curable, but take a while. Arthritis is much more chronic than people realize, and it's the same thing. Remember, I made comments before that in most of our RA cases, we see a lot of sulfur. So if you get a mirror, a real strong mirror, and get a flashlight and look in your eye, if you have a lot of orange in there, that's sulfur. And sulfur, of course, is a fungal aphrodisiac. A fungus in the body like Candida leaves uric acid. Uric acid is a little pinprick acid. So yeah, I mean but you've got to detoxify that physical body of yours. You've got to get your kidneys on, you got to get your adrenals back. Well, that's what turns on the kidneys, of course. Get your steroids back up, your neurotransmitters, start moving that lymph out of there, and you'll be successful. We have a inflammation joints formula. You know, really it helps some with RA and some it doesn't. I don't know, herbal formulas are like that. And I'd really go and do the 2 kidney formulas, 2 lymphatic formulas, stomach and bowel formula, endocrine gland formula, and I'd stay on Parasite M for fungus for a while and really, go after that. A lot of grapes, the subacid category is going to be a good place for you to be, and really hit a lot of fruits, you know, and do that detoxification. You might have to dig deep, depending here, but we have a lot of bodybuilders get RA. A lot of people that pump proteins end up with RA. And if you knew where you were going when you were pumping proteins and trying to build muscle, you'd run from it. Because, and you could probably ask Dan here how bad that feels, you know. We've had some very serious RA cases, pro athletes, just from pumping too much protein and losing their kidneys and backing up the gigantic lymph system. So thanks, Dan, for your nice input here.